like to go to Hong Kong? Have you seen any pictures of Hong Kong? Maybe, right? Um, Actually, Hong Kong is a very beautiful place. It's an international city, and I don't need to introduce myself, right? I think Jack has already introduced me, so I don't need to introduce myself, so I'll just move on. So when we talk about Hong Kong is considered to be Asia's world city. It's a very, very beautiful city in the sense that we have got lovely landscapes, right? We have the mountain, we have water, we have buildings. Some people also call it the concrete jungle, right? So you can see a picture over here. This is a picture of the Hong Kong Island, right? And you can see there are so many tall buildings there. And especially in the evening, you know, it's also called the City of Lights. And it is a city where people say nobody sleeps. It's a city that doesn't sleep. So even if you go out at 2 o'clock in the morning, you can see the hustle and bustle, right? So it's very different from here. Some of the students or some of the visitors that come there initially, they feel that, you know, the pace is too fast. But then gradually, you know, they get used to the pace that they don't want to come back, right? And we've had a lot of students from Thailand, and all the students have done very, very well. So we've had students from your university, we have students from Bangkok, we have students from Chiang Mai University, and all of them have done very well, and they have been excellent students. And that is the reason why we are attracted to have more of you join us, right? Because it's a pleasure teaching and having students from Thailand as being a part of our program. So moving on, another very positive thing about Hong Kong is that it is a part of Asia. So you can still see the tradition. At the same time, it is very, very international, and it has a lot of Western things that have been adopted. So you can see the best of the East and West, right? And even though we are on the coast, you can enjoy winter. Usually, places that are on the coast will not really have winters, but you can enjoy winters and very hot and humid summer, right? So, of course, you're very used to the summer here. But then, again, when we have students coming in from Thailand, they just love the winters, right? So, you know, sometimes when I ask the students, you don't want to go home during Christmas, or we have the Lunar New Year, they say, no, we want to enjoy the weather here. We'll go in the summers, right? So you can see that even the way or the place Hong Kong is, it is very attractive. And it is, you can say it is home it's another home near your home, because it just takes about 3 hours for you to reach Hong Kong, 3 or 4 hours. Yeah, by flight. Now, just telling you a bit about Hong Kong. Hong Kong was a part of China, and there was the Opium War in 1840. Now, when you look at the term Opium War, what does it tell you? Do you know what is opium? A kind of drug, right? So the Britishers wanted to sell this drug in China because they thought it was a very good market and they wanted free trade. So, of course, the Chinese did not want them to come and sell opium in China. So there was a kind of war that took place. Unfortunately, the Chinese lost, and the Hong Kong island, actually Hong Kong is divided into three different parts. We have the Hong Kong island, we have got Kowloon, and we have got the new territories. Okay? So in 1841, Britain took over the Hong Kong island. And then later on, there was the Second Opium War. There were further conflicts related to trade. And then, again, there was a kind of war that was fought between the Britishers as well as the Chinese. And again, the Britishers won, and they took over Kowloon. Okay, so they had Hong Kong Island, and now within 20 years, they also have Kowloon as a part of Hong Kong. And then in a few years, they extended to new territories. And then they got Hong Kong for 99 years lease. Okay? Now, 99 years, when they came to Hong Kong, they really liked Hong Kong, right? And they wanted to extend the lease. But the Chinese government did not agree to extend the lease. So in 1997, Hong Kong was handed over back to China, right? So 1st of July 1997, China got Hong Kong back. And there is the one country, two system. Even though Hong Kong is a part of China, we don't follow the same system, right? There's a slight change. We have got our own basic law. Then Hong Kong is considered to be SAR. SAR is Special Administrative Region of the People's Republic of China. And this kind of status is supposed to be there for 50 years. And we have got another 24 years remaining. So like I said, we have the basic law. Basic law is a law which is different to the law that is there in China. So we have the Thai name for Hong Kong SAR. I unfortunately cannot speak it out, but I'm sure all of you can read what Hong Kong is called. Now, in terms of economy, we have a strong economy, and the currency is the Hong Kong dollar, and one Hong Kong dollar is roughly 4 to 4.5 Thai baht. We have free trade, and another feature that attracts a lot of people into Hong Kong is the very, very low taxation, right? And the government intervention is also low. Now, can you guess how much is the taxation rate in Hong Kong? Do you know what is the taxation rate in Thailand? How many percent do you give in Thailand? How much? 7? Oh, really? That's low. Then we are higher than you. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that the taxation rate was so low here. We have got progressive tax. Do you know what is progressive tax? Progressive tax basically means the more you earn, the more you pay, right? So we have got different income brackets. So it starts from 2% and it goes up to 17%. So the maximum is 17%, okay? And it is considered to be very low because mostly if you're talking about the Western world, like the UK, US, Canada, you pay anything between 30 to 40%, right? Yeah. So, but of course, you know, people say that you get a lot of returns from the government. You get good facilities, education, but in Hong Kong, you still get the returns from the government, but the taxation rate is not very high. Then the population is 7.5 million, right, which was in 2019. I think it should be similar. A lot of people have left but a lot of new people have come in. So it should be around 7 to 7.5 million. Most of the people are Chinese, 92% of the people are Chinese. And we have other people from other national groups living as well, like Filipinos, Indonesians, Indians, and the main language that is used is Cantonese. Now, saying that the main language is Cantonese, the official language is English, right? So even though people communicate with each other in Cantonese, but all official activities are carried out in English, right? So everybody in Hong Kong speaks English. Now coming to the Education University of Hong Kong. Now you can see a picture of Education University of Hong Kong, and the QS ranking in education is 3rd in Asia and 17th in the world. Okay? Now, in the QS ranking, you can see that there are just a very few Asian universities, right? So we have the Hong Kong University, which is, of course, in Hong Kong as well. There is a university from Singapore and a university in Beijing, right? So 2 of the universities come from Hong Kong. So our education is supposed to be excellent. Yeah. We have one in mainland. Mainland is huge. There's one university in the mainland, but we have 2 in Hong Kong. Now you can basically take a look at the campus view. Do you have to click this in? Usually we can get the pictures on a computer. Maybe, yes, I think you just go here. You see, you can see a bit of our campus. This is the Chinese garden. This is not the central plaza. We shouldn't skip. Okay, this is the central plaza. This is where a whole lot of activities. Now you see how beautiful this place is. And then we have the canteen. This is the student canteen. Then we have the library. Our library is the only library in Hong Kong that is open 24 hours. Creative art. Okay. Creative art room. Creative art room. Yeah. All this is inside the library. Creative lab. Mhm. Yeah, the university, the library is really nice. And like I was saying, it is the only university library that is open 24 hours. 24 hours, every day of the week. This is also a part of the library. You see, people will just sit here and study. And then, Jack, did you see this? This is also a part of the library. So people sit here and there is a coffee machine there. And people who go there to study in the morning, they can get free coffee. So a lot of students go in the morning to study there just to get their free coffee. Then you have to go to the canteen. Okay. And this is the discussion zone. The students sit and do their discussions and their assignments and group work here. Okay. Yeah, she mentioned, yeah, yeah. Yeah, come, come, come. How about go with us tomorrow? Jim, I think, yes. Yeah, this is the conference center and the sports complex. We have a very good sport. Our sports complex is good because we have sport education. Is it as good as it looks in the picture? This is the indoor swimming pool. And this is the Olympic size, yeah, warm, yes, 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 in the winters it's warm. They know I'm sitting, so no gym. This is the outdoor swimming pool. Jack, the outdoor swimming pool. Yes, so we have the indoor as well as the outdoor. Okay, so you can see that is the sports complex, and this is the whole entire university. And it's, we have the mountains all around us. And these are the student dormitories. This is where the students live. And they have a very, very wonderful view. Okay. So did you like the campus? So this is another attraction. When students come in, they just want to be there because there's so much to do, and they can enjoy themselves doing sports, hiking. Yes, hiking. So it's a very beautiful campus. Actually, it's a very beautiful campus. And then Education University is considered to be the top 10 university in the world in education. And then I am going to talk about the Master of Public Policy and Management. And this is the program that I lead. And this is a 1-year full-time program. It is a 100% English program, so you don't need to worry that if you come to Hong Kong, you will not know Cantonese or Mandarin. You don't need to know, even I don't know any Chinese, right? So it's a 100% English program. And we have got 2 intakes. One is the September intake, and one is the January intake, right? So we have a double cohort, and it is a 24 credit point program where we have 4 core courses. Core courses are the compulsory courses, and these courses basically set a foundation. And then you have 4 elective courses. Now, when you choose your elective courses, you can choose any of the elective courses that are available if you don't want a specialization. But if you want a specialization, we have got 3 different specializations: governance and public management, social policy, and higher education policy and management. Okay? So if you want to get the specialization, then you must take 4 elective courses under each specialization. And another very attractive feature of this program is the internship and the overseas experiential learning, that we have. So we take, yeah. So it is a common elective between the 3 specializations. Then the 3 specializations have been developed in such a way that it can give the students a career path, right? So depending on what you would like to do as your future career, if you want to join the government, you want to be in the civil services, you will usually take the governance and public management. If you would like to work with NGOs, social enterprises, charities, then you will do the specialization in social policy. And if you want to work in higher education institutes as administrators or education service consultant, then you work in higher education policy and management. You take higher education policy and management. So you can see it as very, very career focused. Yeah. Mm. Okay. Okay. So, of course, if you have the specialization, even when you go to find a job, uh, you know, it's very, very helpful. And then the internship is even more helpful because when you go for the internship, depending on your specialization, we will link you up to the organization. So you build your relationship. Some students will try to find a job after they graduate in that particular organization, or at least they have a reference that they can get from that organization in the field that they want to further their career. Now you see we have classroom teaching. So in the classroom teaching, I think it is very much like what you guys do. We have the lecture, then we have the presentations. We are trying to build the communication skills, we are trying to build the presentation skills, we are trying to build the leadership skills amongst our students. So they have the presentation, which is led by them. And then we have group discussions. And then we also do a lot of academic workshops, because when the students come in, probably they are not aware of the academic requirements. So the workshops help a lot. Now for the internship, like I mentioned, it is a credit-bearing course. And what we are trying to do is we are trying to get you the real work experience, right? Especially in Hong Kong. Because if students want to stay back and work in Hong Kong, they know about the work culture. And then for the overseas study tour, we try to explore different cultures. We have lectures, site visits. Students go and do a street survey. So there is a research project in an overseas region. So we have already been to the LKY School of Public Policy in 2018-19, after which COVID struck. And then this year, again, we are going back to Singapore with the students end of April. Now here you can see Jack, right? So out of class learning, there are lots of competitions that you can take part in. And I'm not sure if you know that Jack helped our department to win the 2021 Inter-University Public Policy Case Competition, right? So you can see a lot of our students win a lot of prizes, and we have got the policy dialogue, which is also very, very helpful for the students. We have got Professor Anthony Cheung and Professor Tylok. They are renowned scholars, and Professor Anthony Cheung has also been a minister in the government. So they come up with different discussions on different policies. We do a lot of local visits. Now again, these local visits are done so that you can see how things work in the local community. So students go to the Legislative Council, they visit the Housing Bureau, the Food and Health Bureau, Hospital Authority, whole lot of different local visits. Then we also do some experiential learning visits so that people can understand the culture of Hong Kong. So we go to different islands, go to different places. So we've taken students to Ocean Park, which is a theme park. We do the boat trip with the students, go to different islands. And, you know, so even though the students are new to the place, we get them more involved with the city as well as the culture of the place. Yes, we keep the students very, very busy. Yeah. So for the scholarships, we have a whole lot of scholarships. So if you come to us and if you are good, then you will get the MPPM entrance scholarship. Then we also have the APS Best IELTS Award scholarship, which is if you get an IELTS score of above 7 overall, then you get a scholarship. Then we have residential scholarship and so on. So if you do well, then you will get lots of scholarships with us. Achievements of students, students who are interested in research, maybe to do a PhD or something, they can partner with one of the professors and do research with them. So you can see all these papers have been published with the professors done by MPPM students. Yeah, he's from Thailand. So So these are sharing from our students. All of them are very happy with the experience that they got. So we also have people. He is from Thailand as well, and he is working as an assistant editor at the MDPI Thailand office. Now, when we look at the graduate survey, we can see that our students do very well, right? The salary that our students get is higher than the average monthly starting salary for graduates in Hong Kong, and it is higher by almost $4,000, which is quite a lot of money.
That's already higher than my salary.
And so students work in different fields: education, banking, government, and they do further studies going to different universities: Chinese University, Education University, Tsinghua. And to be able to get into the program, you must have a recognized bachelor degree. And people who come from overseas, they need a level 5 bachelor and get it approved by the approval authority. And then you can get all the information that is required from the website. So you have the QR code here, so you can get more information. And for the September intake, our current deadline is the 28th of April, with a likelihood of 1 more month extension. Yes, it is in time. And then, of course, English is important. We need IELTS score of at least 6. Yeah. Yes, sorry.
She got 48 CBT in the English test already.
Oh, very good.
So she will be very fine
Hmm.
when she's 40 student. So, okay, the staff asked me to use the microphones. Sorry for that. Chad, if you want to apply for this scholarship, because you are now third-year student, right? You should have your CPT test, and it's free for the student. And the result lasts 2 years. So if you have the score above 45 scores, so you'll be fine with the criteria. And the rest will be the interview and document things which is not so hard. I can help you with that, like writing CV, statement of purpose, things like that. If you guys are interested in, we will have a special session to prepare for these things. All right. So now is the Q&A session. So everyone, please use the microphone. Otherwise, our friend from home cannot hear us. So, any question, guys? Oh, Dreams had a question earlier. She asked what kind of students or the candidate that are you looking for this program?
Okay, we're looking for students who are motivated, people who, of course, meet the requirements. And we look for people who are motivated, people who would like to further their career in one of the areas that I just mentioned, and determined, motivated. I think that is what we need, because if you're motivated and determined, you will do well.
Is that hard? Actually, you are already motivated. You know, these students, they are such a really good activist. They work for the faculty as a SMO is a student association.
Okay.
And they conduct all kind of activities for their junior, things like that. So, so
Okay, I have a little bit of correction. I mentioned that English is the official language in Hong Kong. Actually, it is English and Chinese. So you can use both, right? So it's not only English, it is English and Chinese.
From my understanding, you guys have to choose the third language, right? So if you really want to apply for this program, I suggest you choose Chinese. Chi- Oh, film.
ต้องพูดภาษาอังกฤษไหมไม่ต้องพูดนะในปีของพี่อ่ะมันไม่มีมันมีเกาหลีจีนแล้วก็ฝรั่งเศสแต่คือพอดีอ่ะอาจารย์เกาหลีเขาไม่เปิดสอนเขาไปติดต่ออาจารย์ที่กับอาจารย์เกาหลีแล้วแต่ว่าเขาไม่สามารถเปิดได้เด็กก็เลยเทกันไปแบ่งระหว่างจีนกับฝรั่งเศสแต่พี่อ่ะอยากเรียนภาษาญี่ปุ่นพี่เลยส่งเรื่องเข้าคณะแล้วทางคณะก็เลยแบบพยายามติดต่อหาอาจารย์ให้คือเราต้องติดต่อทางคณะให้ช่วยเพราะงั้นเราก็ไม่ได้เรียน
Yeah, that's right. Actually, she explained that sometimes it depends on the lecturers to open the courses. So we sometimes we want to learn this language, but if the lecturer doesn't open this course, so we cannot. But she also suggests that you should contact the faculty member, like me, for example, so I can find the right lecturer for you guys.
คือก่อนหน้านี้ค่ะอันนี้ปี1ใช่ไหมคะแล้วจริงๆคือมันสามารถเลือกได้ตั้งแต่ปี1ก็คือ first year แต่ว่าเหมือนแบบว่ามันจะเหลือที่นั่งให้สำหรับเด็กปี1คือวิชาภาษาละ5ที่ซึ่งเด็กปี1มีประมาณ130คนแล้วดิมเคยติดต่อทางคณะไปแล้วค่ะว่าเราควรทำยังไงไหมให้เด็กที่อยากเรียนได้เรียนเขาบอกว่าเป็นปัญหาที่จำนวนคนแล้วก็เรื่องภาษาอย่างเงี้ยค่ะคือแบบว่าเขาบอกว่าการที่เราจะเปิดวิชาใหม่ขึ้นมาเหมือนต้องมีคนที่สนใจกับเราประมาณนึงเพราะว่าถ้ามีเด็กนักเรียนแค่5คนที่อยากไปเรียนอย่างเงี้ยเขาไม่เปิดให้ใช่ค่ะใช่ดังนั้นก็ต้องไปล่ารายชื่อคนที่อยากเรียน
Okay, dude. I will find. I will fix this one. But we should ask Lina and Abbey about the program first. This is the management things.
Okay, first of all, I saw a few scholarship before, and when the student become an alumni, they want some student to make a social impact, such as some project or something that affect their social in their hometown. I want to know that you want us to do something after we become an alumni or not,
Actually, it is up to you because we don't require the students to do anything. We have a lot of students coming from overseas, and some students will not stay back. But of course, we have an alumni association, and we would like the students to participate in that, via that association and contribute back towards the department.
Here's the point. Because there are two cases. The first one is the co-op. Because if the co-op is a part of the program, so the student must do the project in order to graduate, right? But what the student asks is, do you have to do those kind of things in this program? So it's not required. And another point is normally the scholarship is not always free.
Yes.
Because it's always come up with the conditions, even though it's free. So if you graduate from this program, you have to do something to contribute to the community or things like that. And that is what she asked. And this scholarship, this program is not really forcing you to do those kind of things because they believe that you will be a good graduate and good graduate. They will find their way to improve the society in some way. So they are not going to force you. You have freedom to do whatever you want because it will be good.
Yeah. If we force you, you will not do it well. If you do it with your own heart, I
Yeah.
think you will do it better. Right? So we train you that you will basically want to contribute towards the society. And if you are a good citizen, you're already contributing towards the society.
Yeah, you see, everybody keeps saying what I have taught you in the in the MUN. Because we believe that if you do what you like, what you really you're passionate, you will do good. That is the way we educate people. Yeah, please.
So I have a question about living in Hong Kong. I know that you are a foreigner, right? I wanna know that how long did you get to used to live in Hong Kong?
How long have you been in Hong Kong?
I have been in Hong Kong for almost 26 years.
Oh.
So I've been there for quite some time. So I think I have lived in my own country less than I have lived in Hong Kong. So Hong Kong is more like my home.
She is Hong Kong
Yes.
with the Indian face.
But yes, how long does it take to get used to it? It depends. It didn't take us very long because we were there as a family. So things were, smoother. But then I have also got students, like for example, Teddy. I think he got used to living there in just a few,
Few months.
not even a few
Few
months, I think few weeks. We understand that when students come from overseas, they need, the kind of support, and that support is given. So I think, and the students, your classmates are going to be very accommodating, and you will have lots and lots of friends. And once you have friends, I don't think there is any other issue.
I can confirm they are really care, like such a care people over there. Even I study online, but I can feel the good, let's say positive feelings experience from this course through the whole year. จะไปออนไลน์ Anything else? How about the student from home? Chad, any questions? We have for people online, right? If you want to ask anything, just let me know, okay?
You want to tell them anything?
Abby, you want to say something? Because she is the one who will take care of you guys if you are selected. Because Abby, she is the executive officer. She will help you with the document things like how you live, how you book the accommodations, and like how you live there. She is just a really supportive person. She said she can't wait to grow up. She wants to graduate now. She really want to go there. Oh, and by the way, Lina already mentioned that the program has two intakes, the January one and another one. That because in Thai we have only one intake. We have two terms, but we have only one intake. So if you want to apply for this program, you have to wait for the next year. But for this program, doesn't matter. So you can apply 2 times a year. Because the program is designed to study from the second term or the first term, doesn't matter, it's fine. Very flexible program. เริ่มเรียนตอนไหนก็ได้ จะเริ่มเรียนเทอม 1 เทอม 2 ก็ได้
I have a question. When we are selected to be a student there, I want to know, do you have a standard grade, GPA? That you want a
Before
student
you
to-
come in, or to come in, I think we need about three out of 4. But in case students don't have 3 out of 4, then they need to have other skills, right? So we basically look at the overall, profile of the student. But yes, we try to look for students with 3 out of 4 and above. And of course, English is very important.
We have one question from home. Chad would like to ask you that if she got this scholarship and she graduate, uh, is okay, or is there any rights for the student to work with the company that signed the MOU with the university?
MOU?
Yeah, I mean, do you have the MOU with the private organization or any kind of organization there in Hong Kong? And she
Maybe, I think it doesn't matter.
and she just asked that if she graduated from the university, is she allowed to work with the company that signed MOU with you guys? Do you have any quota or things like
Here,
that?
does she mean the internship partners?
I'm not sure.
Because MOU, we don't really sign MOUs with private companies there.
I see.
But yes, I feel that because we have the internship, so she might mean that, you know, those partner organizations, can she work there?
ฉาดได้ยินไหมครับ Can you hear us? Can you hear the answer? คือฮ่องกงอ่ะเขาไม่
ได้
ค่อ
ยิ
ย
นค่ะ
โอเคครับคือฮ่องกงอ่ะเขาไม่คือสไตล์การเวิร์กของเขามันจะไม่เหมือนเราเนาะคือเขาอ่ะมันไม่ต้องผ่าน MOU คืออะไรที่มันดีแล้วเขาอยากทำอะไรเขาว่าแค่แบบโคไปเลยใช่มันถ้าเราอยากได้งานที่นู่นน่ะอย่างที่ลีน่า mention earlier ครับคือถ้าเกิดว่า specialization เราอ่ะมันเคลียร์ it is easier to apply for a job because you know if you have clear specialization and they so it help with your profile when you apply for a job so that is beneficial so you need to
And you can work with the partners after you have graduated. If you impress them, they like you, then of course you're free to work. In fact, that's the idea, that you at least have somebody who might employ you after you graduate.
สนใจแล้วล่ะสิ
Okay, we also have the, you know, if you come to us, to Hong Kong, in fact, all students after they graduate, they can get a visa, which is the AING visa, which allows you to work in Hong Kong for 2 years. 1 year, and then you renew it for the second year. Hasn't it become 2 years?
ที่มาคือถ้าเรียนที่นู่นจบอ่ะมันจะได้สิทธิในการทำงานที่นู่น1 ปีแล้วก็สามารถรีนิวได้อีก1 ปีก็คือรวมก็คือ2 ปีเป็นวีซ่าพิเศษก็เป็น work
But then again, it is suggested that while you're doing your internship or you're in your second semester, you should start looking for jobs. Because a lot of students have a problem to stay on in Hong Kong because you have to vacate the on-campus accommodation, right? And then if you go out to find accommodation for yourself, it is very expensive. So if you have a job that is going to be given to you, of course you can afford it. 2 years.
แต่จริงๆไม่ต่างจากกรุงเทพหรอกเพราะกรุงเทพก็แพงมากแต่เงินเดือนมันต่ำมากอยู่ที่นู่น accommodation มันแพงแต่ว่าค่าตอบแทนเขาก็สูงด้วยเหมือนกันสูงกว่ากรุงเทพอีกก็เมื่อกี้เห็นแล้วนี่
Any more questions?
Any tips for preparation since they are just the first year student?
I think tips for preparation, do well in your exams and have a good profile. And I think English is very important.
Of course.
A lot of problems come up when you can't reach the scope because other things are flexible, but for English there is no flexibility. So just brush up your English on regular basis so that when you go to give the exam, you can score high.
And what kind of courses should they enroll?
I think that doesn't matter, as long as they are matured with their undergraduate studies. they will be able to manage everything.
So it's very open. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter you are a social science student or a humanities student. Even psychology student can apply for this program.
Yes.
Gong Kang is studying right now. She is psychology student. How about the exam?
Exam?
Yeah, how you do the exam there?
I personally I teach 3 courses. I don't give any exams to the students. I just give them some happy quiz.
Yeah.
So happy quiz, yes. So after the semester, is almost over. I think the last week we have a happy quiz.
What? Yeah. What kind of measurement or activities in the courses you use in Hong Kong? Because it's totally different from here. Because the image of the exam or the measurement here is not going to be like what they think in Hong Kong.
We do assessment. We do assessment looking at different things, like for example your presentation, your group work, right? Your participation in class, plus there is a quiz or a short exam. And because the exam does not comprise of 100% of your assessment, so you have a lot of flexibility. Sometimes you're very good at your presentation skills. So if you do very well in your presentation skills, and if you're not doing extremely well in your examination, of course, if you do well in all the different components, you get very high marks. But it is not that, you hate exams, but you have to pass only the exam to pass the course. So maybe you hate exams, so that is why I never call my end of course assessment as exam. I call it the quiz, right? We all are happy to do quiz, right? So that's why it's a happy quiz. And you have your presentation, you have group papers, you have individual papers. So yes, you will be very busy, but there are lots of different things to do.
So you have so many activities to choose. If you are very good at presentation, so put all of your effort in that, make it full score. So it's help if you can't get full score for your exam, things like that. It's kind of balancing between your abilities. So it helps a lot. The percentage of the exam is not that high compared to here. It's quite low actually. Just 20%, 30%.
It
Depends
depends.
on the lecturer.
Each course is different. Some would be 50, that would be the max. Some would be 25%, some would be 40%.
But from my experience, yeah, most of the percentages come from group work.
Yes.
So you need to be good at teamwork. How many scholarships do you provide per year?
It depends on students.
ก็เปิดตลอดตอนนี้ก็ยัง open อยู่ I'm still open. No, because the staff they have to work on the other stuff as well, so I can just open and work it all the time. Yeah, so we open it two times a year. But actually, if you want this scholarship, you can apply for it, and when it's open, I can just send your document in. So. Anyone. I'm still waiting actually. We PR a lot, but maybe they misunderstood because the name of the course is policy. So when they see the word policy, they think it is political science.
No,
but it's not at all. Just
not at all
share.
political science.
See.
Political science is different.
But political science need policies.
This is basically just related to policy and management.
tell you senior they cannot join us today because many of them interested in this program but they could not make it today.
I think it was nice talking to everybody, and I'm happy that these young boys and girls are interested and they're seeing their future already, which is very good.
Yeah, what I love about them is they're just a first year student but they already plan about their futures after their graduation. So this is really impressive. It's really impressive. When I was fourth year student I was still like hanging out with no life purpose. You can ask more, but not about just the PPM, but about life, about anything you want to know from her, because she is not just a good lecturer, she is also a really good life coach as well. And she has a really handsome son. 16.
One is 16, one is 25.
1 is 25. Okay, I should not say that.
What?
I should not say that you have really handsome sons. It seems to be dangerous now. อยากรู้อะไรถามนะโอกาสสุดท้าย you have 20 minutes นะ or do you want to ask them anything to survey your future candidates?
Abby, anything you want to ask?
So these กี่คน1 2 3 these 3 student is first year student life and we don't confirm to some department. We have 3 department is government government public administration and the last one is international relations. And I want your opinion which department in your opinion which department is better.
I think all are okay, but if you think of something that is going to be more related, I think public administration would be more related.
รปศใช่สิก็มันคือ policy ไงอ๋อก็ไม่เป็นไรใช้ English ไงตอนเรามีเรื่องเสรีไหมล่ะ
ของหนูเป็นหลักสูตรใหม่ค่ะก็จะทุกสายสามารถเลือกภาษาได้ค่ะแต่ว่าก็จะตัดสิทธิ์การเรียนภาษาอังกฤษออกไปเข้าใจไหมคะคือสมมุติว่าจะมี3ตัวที่ให้เรียนเป็นภาษาอังกฤษถ้าเราอยากลงภาษาอื่นก็คือเราจะไม่ได้เรียนภาษาอังกฤษดังนั้น we have
ต้องเรียนภาษาอังกฤษเรียนข้างนอกไม่ได้เหรอ
ได้ค่ะใช่65ค่ะ
At this point you don't have to learn English in the course
รับทราบค่ะ
พี่หญิงมีอะไรถามไหมครับหรือมีพอจะค้านไหมครับเพราะว่าเราเป็นคนทำงาน
ใช่ค่ะ
ไม่ได้พอยในเชิงแบบโอเปอเรชั่น
ใช่ค่ะพี่เจ้าหน้าที่บอกได้นะคะเพราะบางทีมันแบบว่ามันคนละ perspective เนาะหนูในฐานะแบบนักเรียนส่วนที่ในฐานะเจ้าหน้าที่เราอาจจะมีแบบอะไรอ๋อได้ค่ะ
If you have like 15 minutes left I mean you should keep in touch in case they have questions like in the future how can they contact
They can email us.
email Abbey
Can email Abbey.
ยังนี่ แค่แบบพาร์ทไง This is very short information about the university there's still a lot more for you to find out they have the bus pick you from the university to the city center as well ใช่ไหม you have a bus terminal right is it free no oh ah how long 15 minutes how do they go to that class from their dorm
Yeah, it's right there.
that is very close I guess I could 10 months คอร์สนึงอ่ะมันปีนึงแต่ว่ามันไม่ถึงเรามันใช้เวลาประมาณ10 months อยู่ในนั้นอ่ะคือไปเรียนแค่ช่วง10 เดือนอ่ะมันจะเป็นช่วงเวลาที่แบบกำลังดีอ่ะนานเกินไปมันก็อาจจะเบื่อหรือว่าน้อยไปก็อาจจะแบบยังไม่ได้เลยเออก็8 วิชา we have 4 core course แล้วก็4 elective course ไงก็คือ core course เนี่ยบังคับเรียน4 ตัวแล้วก็อีก4 ตัวเนี่ยไปเลือกเรียนเอาแล้วตามสายว่าอยากเรียนสายไหนแต่ว่าไม่เอา specialization ก็ได้ก็คืออยากเรียนอะไรก็เรียนมันก็จะได้ Master of Public Policy and Management แต่มันจะไม่มีห้อย specialization คือเขาไม่ได้บอกให้เราเลือกเรียน3 สายนั้นนะแต่ถ้าอยากจะได้แบบเฉพาะทางเพื่อที่จะไป apply for a job อ่ะก็เลือกเรียนวิชาที่มันอยู่ใน3 สายนั้นมันก็จะได้ specialization ด้วยนั่นเองก็คือมี4 แผนให้เลือก3 specialization กับไม่มี specialization ลงเรียนตามใจฉันซึ่งดีกรีก็มันก็ดีอยู่แล้วอันดับ3ของเอเชียครับเขาไม่มานั่งดูหรอกว่า specialization ไหนจริงๆจบมาเหอะแล้วก็ระบบเกรดที่นี่จะเป็นระบบ A plus A B plusมี A ลบด้วย A minus แล้วก็ A อย่างเงี้ยแล้วก็ B plus B minus B อย่างเงี้ยเกรดละเอียดมาก
What about GPA at the last semester? It's gonna be A plus or it's just a number?
number 4เหมือนเราแต่ว่าเกรดมันละเอียดมากเพราะฉะนั้นมันจะคือข้อดีของการที่มีเกรดที่มันแบบ details เนี่ยคือสมมุตินะเราอยู่ในช่วงระหว่าง B อีกคะแนนนึงอ่ะจะได้ B บวกอ่ะแต่ถ้าเราได้ B มันคือ B เลยแต่ตรงเนี้ยเราจะได้ B ลบซึ่งเกรดมันจะไม่ถูกดึงลงการที่เกรดมันละเอียดคือมันจะตรงตามความสามารถเรามากขึ้นนึกออกไหมยิ่งเกรดมันดีเทลเท่าไหร่มันก็จะยิ่งแบบ correct accuracy มันก็จะสูงขึ้นดูซิ check the message from the line group นี้ if in case your friends have the questionsแล้วก็ we may meet her again in August because she are you joining us the USLS you will not I say เพราะเขาก็ได้รับเชิญเหมือนกัน they will
Good luck.
University Scholars Leadership Symposium มันเป็น UN Conference ที่แบงคอกถามเขาสิI cannot answer
For the scholarship, will you gonna be here every year
Every year?
for the interview?
I don't know. It depends on them. If they invite me, I can come. If they don't invite me, then it will be online.
Do you want to see them again yes oh you see like we have to see each other every month and every month every year everywhere is a very good session. So, do you still have time? Anything else? After this, we will go for lunch. You can go with us. We will find a restaurant around here, around the uni, before we depart to Sukhothai. ใช่เดี๋ยวไปสุโขทัยต่อไม่ต้องก็ but if you want to join lunch it's okay ใช่สิ น้อง you wanna go with us oh we may need a van อยากไปเหรอรถตู้ไปสุโขทัยได้ไหมเนี่ย ขอไม่ทันเดี๋ยวไปกินข้าวแนะนำหน่อยสิ she's vegetarian where should we go ใช่สาระดีๆโอเคไหมokay they suggest a vegetarian restaurant very close to the uni
Okay.
you may like this one it is okay สาระดีๆ you like it จำไม่ได้ cannot remember โอ้โห how long have you lived here okay so shall we then
Okay, so
think-
thank you very much again. And I'm sure we will see each other. And let's stay in touch and good luck with your studies. Okay.
Thank you so much Lina and Abbey too ไปสาระดีๆ